So I think I introduced this car on the channel briefly before, but I figured it's time to do a feature. This is my 1989 Ford Probe GT Turbo. It is white, which I've never owned a white one. It is in excellent condition, as I will show you here in a minute. It has been sitting since 2011. So for 9 years, this car sat with a blown head gasket. Only thing wrong is it's had a quarter panel repair right there, but otherwise the car is completely straight. Again, the only non-sunroof model that I've seen other than my red car, and I somehow managed to get it. All my other probes have had sunroofs. Not this one, just like the red car. But what is cool about this car is it has an interior color that I've never seen with an 89 Probe GT, which is this tan color. And the interior of this car is immaculate. Absolutely immaculate. Some stains on the headliner I can get out, but no damage. Rear seats are all perfect. Look at this dashboard. I mean, does it get better than that? This one has the super rare stereo equalizer, or the factory stereo in it still. It's got the trip controller that's got the exhaust gas temperature, you know, you can change the kilometers an hour. It's got your distance traveled, all that stuff, which goes to this display up here, which I have a replacement for. Car has 125,000 original miles, and it is just in such good condition, interior and exterior wise. And I paid, I think 200 bucks for this car maybe. And it is actually in quite good shape, except for one problem. And that is that when the owner blew the head gasket, they let it sit with a bunch of coolant in the cylinders. So the cylinders are completely rusted up. I've had PB blasters sitting in this thing for months, and I still can't get it to turn over because it is just rusted solid. So, as you're about to see in this video, I just so happened to get another short block for this car, and I'm going to be throwing it in. It's in perfect condition, and I'm going to have the head rebuilt. The tranny in this car is mint. So yeah, this puppy is about to be back on the road with a new engine. So be ready for that. And I just wanted to say thank you to everybody, because recently I hit, I think, 725 subscribers, and I'm coming up on 400,000 total channel views. So while that's not a big deal to most YouTubers, to me, that's pretty cool. And it's cool to see that there are that many people interested in what I do with all these piles of shiza. But the red probe is currently, one second, getting the hull set installed, so the turbo kit's ripped off of it. So that is something that will be happening on the channel here pretty soon. So yes, that's my red probe on my shirt. So stay tuned, and there's going to be a lot coming on this white car and a lot coming on the red car soon. And then the 626 right here is going to be getting a Mazda FE3N DOHC, because it's got 341,000 miles and climbing, and the original engine's getting pretty tired. So stay tuned, a lot coming. Alright, so here we are with the engine out of that disgusting green probe that is going to the junkyard. And then I'm going to tear the head off of it right now to see what the cylinders look like, what the head looks like, because this guy was an idiot and overboosted the crap out of this car. on way too little fuel, so I want to make sure the engine's good. I know the tranny's bad. It says it was running when the tranny locked up, so I'm going to pull this head and see what she looks like. So far, so good. Alright, so far, the cylinders look good. I can't turn the engine over until I get the trans out, but I'm not seeing any indications anywhere on any of the cylinders that it has broken ring lands or any scoring. In fact, this engine is about the best looking engine I've ever seen that I pulled out of a car, at least what I can see right now. That's just a reflection there. The cross hatching's all there, cylinders all look good. There's no ridge. Some carbon buildup, but nothing to indicate any damage that I can see whatsoever. So I'm just going to throw a head gasket in this. I'm not even going to rebuild it unless the bottom end is locked up, which I'll know once I pull the tranny. But other than that, the head, I can tell whoever put these spark plugs in is retarded, because that one's not even in the cylinder. It's recessed into the head. All three of these are, and then this one's protruding. So definitely was having some weird spark issues, but all the valves look good. Looks like a little bit of oil in a couple of cylinders, but that might just be from valve stem seals, or from the turbo or something. But no indication in the exhaust of any weird stuff, other than that little bit of oil there, which is probably the valve stem seal, which I will replace. Looks like they could all use some seals. But anyway, so yeah, this is a good bottom end, visually, at least cylinder wise. I see no indications of cracked ring lands or anything like that, so this engine's good to go in the white probe. Alright, so this engine turns over freely, cylinders look beautiful. Whoop, she's trying to tip. But yeah, so decarbonize the pistons, clean the deck surface. This engine is ready to go into the white probe. Alright, so I got the engine disassembled. It was all locked up because the tranny was locked up. Even when you engaged the clutch, which was kind of weird. But the head looks good, and I decarbonized the pistons, and all the cylinders look perfect. Pistons and deck look perfect. So this is ready to drop into the white car. I'll take that tranny apart, figure out if the diff failed, which I think it did. It looks like the spider gears are messed up, and I have a good factory diff right here ready to go. I'll weld the diff pins in place so that this thing will be good to go. Won't have to worry about dropping a diff pin. It'll still be an open diff, and I'll throw that into this tranny probably, and have a spare trans for whatever car grenades one first, which is probably going to be the red probe. So we shall see. But yeah, I'm super excited. I don't even have to rebuild this. This thing's perfect. I'm just going to drop it in.
Yeah.